I'm Kathleen Lodl, Associate Dean of Extension at the University of Nebraska. As part of that role, I'm a piece of Raising Nebraska, your food and the families that grow it.
So my name is Debbie Borg, and I farm with my husband in northeast Nebraska, and I've been serving on the Nebraska Corn Board for 5.5 years.
Raising Nebraska was created by a unique opportunity. When the Nebraska State Fair moved to Grand Island, one of the pieces that was a part of it was building the Nebraska building. And as part of that, we at the Institute of Ag and Natural Resources were offered up the great opportunity for a 25,000 square foot space, which is Raising Nebraska, to really think about what's the presence of agriculture and what's the future of agriculture and of food. And how can we really engage Nebraskans statewide as well as people across the country in that experience?
The Corn Board invested the first $200,000 in selling the project to other commodity groups. And we just felt that it was a very important piece of consumer education that we could do.
We have a team at Raising Nebraska that really looks at what are the educational outcomes that we want to reach, how do we do that, and it's really a partnership between the Nebraska State Fair, Nebraska Extension, and the United States Department of Agriculture here in Nebraska, the Nebraska Department of Agriculture. Together, that team works with campus-based specialists, experts in the field, stakeholders from the different commodity groups, and educators to determine what are the things that people need to know about Nebraska, the science of agriculture, the careers related to agriculture, the technology related to agriculture, and how we really work in Nebraska at feeding the world. We encourage everyone in the state to come take a look at Raising Nebraska, from the grain bin theater to the walkable map that really talks about the elevation of Nebraska, to the amazing egg where you learn what happens to an egg as chickens are hatched and it goes through the poultry processing system. You learn about how it is to drive a combine and what that looks like in a real field. You see a center pivot in action, so you understand what those pivots look like and what they're really doing when you're driving down the highway and you see them watering the crops. Food in Nebraska is made with the most cutting-edge technology, and we're very fortunate in Nebraska to be a part of that. And your University of Nebraska is a piece of that work. So we want Nebraskans to know that, to understand that, and to really celebrate that as a state. That's our goal at Raising Nebraska. We would hope that in 20 years, Raising Nebraska is a world-class experience for people who are coming from around the country. And we know some of that's happening already, but it really is a showcase of modern agriculture and the modern production of food, the research behind that, and Nebraska's role in feeding the world.
I hope that Raising Nebraska is successful 20 years from now. And I think it will look a lot different then than it does now. But it's exciting to have been a part of starting something that is different and innovative. And that's what we have to do in agriculture. We have to be more innovative and more persistent and keep trying new things.
Raising Nebraska is open year-round. It certainly is open to the general public every day and by special appointment for different groups that want to be a part of that. You can also check us out at raisingnebraska.org. You can see what's here. You can get a tour, a virtual tour of some of the pieces of Raising Nebraska, and get some more in-depth knowledge about your food and the families that grow it.